Yo, what is up, people? We back again once again with another, and I'm gonna say it again, another
Oh, don't talk.
Realmbreakers podcast. And this is technically our first podcast of the year. So happy New Year's.
Woo!
Yeah, so
Yes.
happy New Year's. We appreciate the support from last year because not gonna lie, we have been more consistent with this, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all who been riding with us since the start and since every other thing that's happened. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start this new year off fresh. And as you know, my name is Gavin, but the cool kids call me GT. And you already know who I got with me. Go ahead, Playboy.
What's good, everybody? This your boy, Spiky Boy, your multi-dimensional flip lord, aka Ron Wilson, bus driver. And like my boy said, we really do appreciate you guys staying with us throughout these coming weeks of doing the podcast and stuff like that. We had some rocky moments and stuff like that, but we powered through a lot of shit, and I really love that. So yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
And today, people, we're gonna keep it simple. All right. Today we're going to be keeping this simple. Also, updates. We're gonna be bringing more things to the podcast. Like, yeah, we're still gonna be talking about our new stuff, but we're gonna be bringing more things to the podcast. Since Mr. Ron Wilson here is a fan of Tokusatsu, if you guys do not know what it is, just look at Power Rangers. That's your main thing for Tokusatsu over here in the States. Just look at Power Rangers, or Beetleborgs and all those other shits and stuff like that back in the day. And that is what Tokusatsu is. If you like that shit, we're going to be bringing more of that here. We're going to be bringing some, maybe some episode reviews of animes, episode reviews of the show, or, our first thoughts on shows and things of that nature. We just trying to expand what we're into and things and things like that. Once we do that, and once we get everything settled, that's going to be more content coming in. But like I said, today we're going to keep it really simple. And we're going to go ahead and talk about our first topic. You go ahead and you hit that up with that first topic there.
All right, man. We got our first topic for tonight is, will the big three trend ever stop?
And the answer is no.
Yeah, it's no. It's a fat ass. It's a fat ass no. All right, moved on to our next topic. But on the real though, if you don't know, and if you've been living if you've been living under the skirt of a fat woman,
excuse me.
if you've
that
been living,
sounds comfortable. Change that up.
if you've been living in the African savannah, completely disassociated from society all your life,
that sounds peaceful, but go ahead.
The big three are basically like the top three big anime dudes that's like charging forth in the anime right now. Basically the mainstream, the Bleach, the Naruto, and the One Piece, or currently now the My Hero, Demon Slayer, and
no.
What My Hero? What my
no?
Is My Hero? Is My Hero Black Clover and
I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right there. There's no new big three, okay? There's no new big three. I don't care. There's no new big three.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying what everybody thinks and saying right now.
Nah, I don't care what everybody thinks and say. If we really cared what everybody thinks and say, we wouldn't be making this kind of content. So I'm gonna say it again. Yeah. No, there's no new big three. Yeah. Okay, there's no new big three. Why does everything have to be a three? Because
why can't be a big five?
Because y'all said this same ish about back in the day. Oh, the original big three was like Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, and Yu Yu Hakusho and shit like that. And when no, it was plenty of other animes with them motherfuckers. Like really, like it's plenty of animes. Like okay, now here's the thing. I call it the original five, and the original five was Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Saint Seiya. if you don't think it's Saint Seiya, then you're gonna put Fist of the North Star with Saint Seiya, one or the other. You switch them two bitches out, but all of those animes were controversial to point. All those animes were controversial to points of what made the animes of what they are today, i.e., Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. So that is why. So that is why I'm saying the reason. And once again, the only reason why it's called the Big Three is because of manga sales. They literally broke the scale when they sold their mangas. That's why you can't sit up here and call Bleach a mid-tier fucking anime or a mid-tier
Hate when
fucking
motherfuckers say that.
series because of its placement in the Big Three. Its placement, it had a place in the Big Three, meaning their mangas sold tremendously well. So you can't sit up here and call Bleach a mid tier. But then again, everybody's entitled to an opinion. But if you cannot
Fuck your opinion.
state as to why Bleach is a mid tier anime without saying anything about something irrelevant such as fillers, call it a fucking day, please. Like real talk. And that's how I feel about it. And yes, it's like what I said. You're saying, oh, but this is how everybody else feels. I don't care how everybody else feels. We wouldn't be making this content because we're talking about how we feel. Like like that's the thing. Like the big okay. Clearly, people just want to see something chart something else. The big three is not the big three trend will never stop. It won't because long after people forget about Black Clover, Boruto, and all the other stuff, there's just going to be other animes that take its place, and that's fine. Reason being is because you're adapting. That's all I'm saying. So if you're adapting, cool, that's fine. It's but this whole big three trend, no, it's not going to end because people just want something to top the charts of something else, and in my honest opinion, it doesn't really make sense. But that's just how I feel. So yeah, you want to say something about that?
You got it, King. But I feel like the whole big three thing. I don't think it's like. I think it when you do the whole big three thing, it always kind of just yeah, it brings more people in to when they it brings more people into that anime or that the anime slash manga. But at the same time, it kind of like you get people into that fandom and you get them into it, and it kind of it because there's people like they get into the big three like they when people talk about I'm gonna use the the current big three I guess or people which is Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. And when they talk about those three specifically, those people come in and then that's basically like the only anime that they watch. They'll pick one out of the three and that'll be the only anime that they watch, and they won't watch the other two, but they'll strictly just watch that one. And it kind of just it stops you from like adapt like how you said before, like adapting, like watching something and going or seeing something else. Especially like I've seen all three of them. My favorite one out of all of them is Bleach, but at the same time, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna bash those other two fandoms because these, even though I'm not a big fan, I'm not that big of a fan of One Piece. It's a very, very, very successful series, and it's pretty good. Like I watched a lot of One Piece back in the day and stuff like that, and I'm still kind of a casual when it comes down to it. Like I don't really watch. I just sort of kind of read them, sort of kind of watch people's reviews of the mangas and stuff, so I kind of know what's happening. But other than that, I'm not really a big fan of One Piece, but it's still one of the best. It's still like shonen wise, it's still one of the best ones out there. But other than that, like whole big three thing, I don't think it. I don't like the. I don't like it at all. I kind of don't. I don't like the. I don't like the. I don't like the concept of that. Whereas like these are the best. These are the big three of all anime. Like I don't. That's not. That's not true.
No, that
Yeah.
and that's another thing, man. Naruto. Bleach, and One Piece are not the big three of all anime. They
Yeah,
are the
exactly.
big three
And a
of
lot of people,
of all action
yeah,
shonen anime.
shonen wise, and that's what a lot of people make. That's what people talk about big three. They talk about like they're not the big three of all anime because it's man, when we talk about how much anime there is out there, it is
The
literally
an-
impossible. It's literally
exactly
impossible to watch every single anime. You know,
right,
you can watch a lot of it, but it's literally impossible to watch every single freaking anime.
right.
And when you say big three, you should say big three of shonen. Don't say it ain't the big three of the seinen. You know, it ain't the
It
big
ain't
three
the
of
big
any
three of
other
the
type of
shojo. It ain't the big three of the josei. It ain't the big three of the
exactly.
shonen eye, the shojo eye, the yaoi, the yuri. It's not. It's not. It's not the big three of horror. It's not the big three of mechs.
Yeah, because like people don't understand. People when you just watch shonen
It's
anime,
not the big three of slice of
yeah,
life. I'm sorry.
yeah, but like it's ooh, but it's like when you only watch shonen anime and stuff like that, like you don't know about any of these other anime, or you're turned off by other categories of anime because there's a because every anime, every form of entertainment, there's an anime for it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you got your action, you got your sci-fi, your horror, your slice of life, your comedy, your your romance, stuff like that. Like there's an anime for every genre of entertainment. So it's like to say that to say that these big three are the big three of all anime is very ignorant to say that
And it's dumb.
because
It's
and it's
stupid as
dumb
hell.
because you haven't you sat there you didn't watch anything else or you don't know about anything else because I see people who make anime content and TikTok mostly, but I see people who only talk about Naruto. You know, they talk about anime. They only talk about Naruto. The only time they talk about any other anime is when they're talking about freaking when they talk about they compare Naruto to another freaking to another one of the big three. You know, and the thing about it is, I'm kind of glad that a little bit off topic, but I'll make it quick. I'm kind of glad that Dragon Ball is not brought up in this whole like discussion thing because they're like a lot of times when it comes out of shonen, Dragon Ball is seen as like big granddaddy. So without Dragon Ball, these kind of wouldn't exist.
They
Or
wouldn't exist. Okay.
yeah,
They wouldn't exist. And yes, I'm even
yeah,
including that with Bleach.
yeah. So because Toriyama is a big inspiration to a lot of manga artists, and a lot of them have said that he is. So taking Dragon Ball out of that, um, I just feel like the whole big three thing should stop. I mean, I know it's not gonna, because there's always gonna be three new shonens that's gonna come after whatever people think the big three is now. So it's an endless cycle, which but at the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, it get kind of frustrating. But at the end of the day, it's stupid. It's a trend it ain't going nowhere no time soon.
No, it's not going anywhere no time soon. But the minute people wise up is the minute that people can actually give these other animes a chance. Why is it that the main thing that turns you on to an anime is somebody getting punched in the fucking face?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know because motherfuckers is violent, and a lot of people who get into these
I'm
animes.
violent.
I know, but but a lot of people want. A lot of time when people really get into anime, they want it like, especially for like when we was like us, like young boys, like when we was younger, we just want to see motherfuckers fight. And a lot of these people a lot of these new people who are getting into anime, they just want to see fighting. They want to disconnect. They want to find a way to disconnect from reality or whatever. And look at something that's like completely otherworldly. Like they want to see stuff that's like I want to see people flying through the air and shooting blasts and fighting and stuff like that. That's what I want to see. But then if I showed you a slice of life anime, that would seem kind of boring to you because it's like life and it's just people living a life, you know? And that would seem kind of boring to people because essentially in their eyes, There's no plot. There's no there's no starting conflict. There's no big conflict at the beginning and
Tell you
no
motherfuckers
resolution
something.
at the end.
Let me
Like that's
tell
how
you
these motherfuckers
motherfuckers
do it.
something. The biggest conflict in a slice of life anime is life.
Yeah.
That's legit. The biggest conflict in anime is in a slice of life anime is life. It's life. Now
You
here
can't
now
beat life.
exactly, you can't beat life. You can only make the betterment of life for yourself. You can't beat it. And that's why I'm sitting up here telling y'all exactly what I'm trying to say here. Like with slice of life anime, you can't you can't just sit up here and make it sound like, oh, where's the fighting? Shut the
Where's the
fuck
story?
up. Alright? Shut up. I mean, look, if you like shonen anime, cool. If you like battle shonen anime, cool. But if I tell you I'm sitting here watching Clannad, you think that shit's lame, take your ass in traffic and get hit by truck kun.
Also, I hate that was made a meme. That was made into a fucking character.
Maybe your ass will be reincarnated into another world, and you'll learn the value of actually dealing with this shit.
It's like it or not, man. There's other kinds of anime, but
Plenty.
because it all stems from like a lot of times like I feel like a lot of these kids who are getting into like Naruto now or One Piece now are like a lot of times they'd be like, yeah, Naruto's gotten more popular or whatever, right? Which I don't see how. Well, I do see how, but I'm like, why?
Because more
But,
people are look, the reason being is because more people are getting into anime. That's why Naruto's becoming more popular, because more people are getting into anime. More people get into anime, the more they can actually go back and watch the predecessors of Boruto and realize that it's actually good shit and just talk about it more.
yeah, I feel like it's because a lot of people's like, oh man, I'm watching Naruto, but a lot of times these kids, because I'm around kids every day. I have kids in my class that are into anime, so I ask them stuff like I'll say stuff like, okay, you like Naruto? Do you actually watch Naruto, or do you just look? Or do you just go on YouTube and look up the fights? You know, I feel like that's a difference between that because like you're just looking up fights. You don't know how the fight happened or what led up to that or any of the characters that are fighting each other. You just looked up the fights and just watched that. Say Naruto's my favorite anime. So it's like I just don't get that. Doesn't that make you want to watch the show? And a lot of them are like, no. Like, don't you want to know why they're fighting Madara? He's like, nah. I'm like, yo, like, that's just it baffles me, because when Naruto ended, I was done with it. But when Naruto and Sasuke had their final fight, I was done with it. I wasn't interested in nothing else after that. I've never been so done with an anime in my life. I just didn't. You know. But when it comes down to it, like a lot of these, I feel like if you a fan of something, you say you're a fan of it, watch the shit. Don't just sit there or read it. Don't just sit there and be like, I'm gonna watch all the fights and now I'm an expert. Don't do that.
Right. But hey, I ain't about to sit up here and be a parent to you, okay? I ain't about to sit up here and be a parent to you and tell you what to watch, what not to watch. I'm just saying, don't talk. Okay, basically, don't shit on other people's fandom just because they're not into the same shit that you are.
Stop calling shit mid. I hate that fucking word. I'm sorry. Stop calling shit mid. Because you motherfuckers don't even know what mid means. Y'all be using words and phrases and all the shit, and now you're in the right fucking way. Alright? Dumbasses. Alright, look. When you say mid, you're not calling it trash. There's a difference between mid and trash. When something's mid, it's not trash. Okay? Mid is you saying that, hey, it's alright, hey, it's okay. or hey, stuff like that. That's what you're still saying. It's good, but you're not saying it's bad. So start, you motherfuckers ain't even using it right. I'm sorry for cussing, but y'all dillweeds ain't even like using the word correctly. All right, so stop saying mid. I freaking hate it, especially for you, especially the people of the uh skin tone be saying mid so freaking much. I sit here and see people calling. I sit here I sit here and see people calling Bleach mid. Like ever since Bleach started coming back and people are excited about Bleach coming back, y'all motherfuckers talk about, oh, Bleach was mid and all this other stuff. And I'm like, y'all never even watched it. You're 14. How you sat here and how you gonna sit here and say Bleach is mid? You're 14 years old. You ain't even what even bone. You weren't even a embryo. You were an embryo. Okay, you was a single cell organism. All right, you didn't even know Bleach was even out. All right, so shut up, Tyrone. I mean, no, Tyler. But damn, stop
I have
saying
a
mid.
nephew named Tyler. You might want to choose another one partner.
All right, Glenn. There,
Fine.
let's
You
do
gonna
it.
talk about your bird from Brawlhalla?
Oh yeah, I miss Glenn. That's my boy. Uh,
He ain't going nowhere. You just gotta get back on the damn game.
I know. Still miss him. I ain't seen him. But yeah, my little rant's over. But anyway, big three. Is it big three trends ever going away? No.
No.
And my boy over here, he said no too. There we go. But yeah, man. We're gonna move on to our second topic, which is still big three related, but it's what is your personal big three? What's your who are your three homeboys that's or homegirls or home its that's out there chilling with you?
Whom it's
Yeah, because like some people's favorite main character might be a fucking monster, you know.
oh uh well, my number one favorite anime of all time will always be Code Geass. That's not going anywhere. Like,
I like how our number one favorite animes are mechas.
yeah, because yours is Gurren Lagann. But yeah, it's Code Geass. Code Geass will always be my like no bullshit, no change. Code Geass will always be my number one favorite anime of all time. Second one is probably the second one is it's kind of a tie because it's made by the same person. That's Bakano and Durarara. It's made by the same people. So they have a tie, and not to mention their universes intertwined. So because in one episode of Durarara, Isaac and Miria was actually in the crowd when they found out about Celti. So yeah. So yeah, and it was confirmed that it was Isaac and Miria. So there's that. What's another thing? My third one. I would say it's Bleach, but it's not. It's not Bleach.
Oh shit.
You know what? No. The perfect anime I could put for my third big three is this. And once again, this is my own personal big three. It's Flames of Recca. Reason being is because Flames of Recca was my very first anime that made me get into anime. So Flames of Recca, Baku no Durara, and Code Geass. Now, I love Code Geass mainly because of the main characters, and I do love a good mecha fight. So there's that. Bakano and Durara, I love a compelling story with colorful characters and amazing plot. You can call it confusing. I don't care if you watch it from beginning to end without skipping a beat. you understand what's going on, and that is why I fucks with the Raw. Bakano was literally about mafia. I love mafia because there was a time where my name was the Don GT, and funny enough, people still call me that. And funny enough, people still call me that, or they just call me the Don, and like people still call me that, and I'm actually surprised about that because it used to be my old username back in high school. Embarrassing high school username. Everybody had one. Don't care. And Flames of Record once again is the very first. It has to be in my big three because if it wasn't for Flames of Record, I probably wouldn't have the taste I have now. That's why I'm glad I got introduced to Flame of Record at such a young. That's why I got. That's why I'm glad I got introduced to anime at an age where I was still naive. So yeah, those are my personal big threes.
My personal big threes. Number one is that Gooden Lagann, always and forever. Ain't nothing ever came close to replacing Gurren Lagann. Like, I only other mechas I really watched before of that was it was Gundam stuff. It was Gundam Wing. It was G Gundam. Um, yeah, and I felt that I saw that I came across Gurren Lagann. I was like, oh shit, like there's other mecha. I didn't know that mecha was like a genre of anime. So it's like, yo, that's dope. So, but yeah, Gurren Lagann is my number one favorite anime of all time. Nothing's topping it. I don't even if Bleach, even with my feelings with Bleach and stuff, which is my number two. Bleach is my number two. Like Bleach, I'm sorry, but Bleach ain't coming close to Gurren Lagann because that anime I could watch that all day, every day, and rewatch it all day, every day. Kami's death still makes me cry, you know. but but yeah, man, like my number two is Bleach. I don't know what I resonate with Bleach so much. You know, there's a lot of characters in Bleach that I really really like, and it was hard to find favorite characters for Bleach because everybody was just so cool. Even like characters that aren't all that important, everybody's cool. Everybody's super unique, and Bleach was like very diverse and it was super unique, and no one was like the same. You know, there are some people had similar powers, but like people weren't like the same. Unless you're talking about like foot soldier dudes, but other than that, like everybody was just super diverse and everything. And when it come down to Bleach, it's just I watched just like with Gurren Lagann and Bleach, I kind of watched them completely by accident. Like I was it was always a thing of I'm getting ready to go to bed, and you're right. As soon as I get ready to go to bed, I see this pop up on the screen, and I'm like, "What is this?" And I just sat there and watched it. That's how I was with Bleach and Gurren Lagann. But my number three will always be Full Metal Alchemist. Well, the entire series in general. Brotherhood I like way more than the original, but the original's still there for me. But yeah, Brotherhood, I have literally rewatched that series. Like that was basically a comfort anime for me. Like that anime is it's just the people. It's the people in it. It ain't even about like the alchemy or the fighting or anything. It's just the people in general. Like everybody has a role to play. Everybody got something to say. Everybody's important, and everybody has a story. You know, and that's what I loved about Full Metal is like everybody was just no one was just obscure and just killed off, or where someone died in Full Metal Alchemist, you felt that because that person was important in some kind of way, or some people had redemption arcs and it made sense and they did it, and it was one of the series where like everything mattered when it came down to it. Everything mattered, and that was and then the ending just brought everything full circle and everybody's together. And, we had a lot of losses, but still everything's cool in the end. It was just it's that anime that I'm just really really in tune with. Now, if I could, if I it, I got like some like runner ups or honorable mentions or whatever. He's I only got two. It's Inuyasha and Rurouni Kenshin, and yeah, Rurouni Kenshin. Those two right there. Nah, I love Inuyasha. Inuyasha inspired my whole OC. Even though he's a dog, he still like inspired my white fox whole persona thing because that's my favorite animal of all time, and you know, and Rurouni Kenshin is the reason why I like samurai shit. Well, him and Samurai Jack, but it's not anime, but still, Rurouni Kenshin's real. I like samurai shit. For a lot of other people, it's Samurai Champloo, which I love that series as well. But Rurouni Kenshin just that shit did it for me. But yeah, that's my personal big three. Any questions?
Got it memorized.
Okay, Lee. But why is my Google opening up trying to look at trying to look at the topics? Go to sleep, Google. All right. You got anything that you want to say, bro, before we move on?
Nope.
All right, cool. Fuck it. All right. Our number three is how did we get our usernames? Where did GT and where did Spiky Fox, where did Ron Wilson come from? I'm gonna go first on this one. So basically, Ron Wilson, bus driver. Um, it comes from my number one favorite Disney movie, Disney original live action Disney movie of all time, which is Sky High. And Sky High was like, oh, it's a superhero kind of thing, It was kind of like My Hero before My Hero, but it was high, it was dope. And one of the main characters, he was Ron Wilson, bus driver, and he was the bus driver that took all the kids to Sky High every day. And he was a non-powered he was a regular human. He didn't have any powers, but he wanted he still wanted to be a hero in some kind of way. He still wanted to be involved with heroes and stuff. And he just became the bus driver for the freaking school. So, and he was my favorite character in the movie. I don't know why, but because by the end of the movie, he gets superpowers. But yeah, man, he was just my favorite character for some reason. He wasn't important to the story or nothing like that. Anything, yeah, he did like punch the main villain's dad or whatever. But at the same time, like he was my favorite character. I don't know. I like characters who are extras, who have something to say or whatever, and then they do something in the end and kind of get big. But yeah, man, that's where Ron Wilson bus driver came from. He was my favorite character in the movie. Um, the whole Spiky Fox thing. Spiky is my nickname. Well, my girlfriend, she made that nickname for me, and that's the only person who can call me Spiky. Um, she called me Spiky, and then and since I like foxes, I put them together and made Spiky Fox. And if you look anywhere me online, that's my name. A lot of places, except YouTube, but it's Zero Spike over there. But yeah, that's where Spiky Fox came from. But yeah, that's me and all my mighty powers.
Hmm. Well, I had a lot of aliases is what I'm calling it. I had a lot of aliases.
Oh, me too.
But my main ones were GT the King, and then you had, you know what? Basically, here's how GT came to pass. I'm sorry because for those of y'all who do not know, last year on my birthday, I went to go visit my family. I found out how my auntie came up with the name Gavin to call me Gavin. Apparently, not only did she say it sounded cool, but Gavin was the name of a dude she was fucking with back in the day.
What the hell?
And she said, and get this, Gavin wasn't even his real name.
What?
My aunt told me that, and I was like, That's why I did that whole my name is Gavin, but the cool kids call me GT. Reason being is because if you want to be one of the cool kids, you don't call me by my government. That and that's just a 90s kind of thing. Don't call us by our government because you ain't hot shit, okay? Don't call us
It
by no
feels
don't
weird.
also another thing. Don't okay, so here's the thing. I can call this fool by his government. He can call me by my government. We known each other for too long to not to like just do fucking nicknames.
Over 20 years.
Over 20 exactly over 20 years. We known each other for over 20
Watch.
years. Like straight up. So excuse me. So yeah, we literally known each other for over 20 years. Like that's the thing. So don't make it seem like oh well, since he can call you Gavin, not gonna know the fuck you can't, nigga.
Better eat butter
Sorry.
and spin on it.
No, the fuck you can't. So either you call me GT or you get to stepping, cause you ain't calling by my government. If you ain't my
bitch.
mama, or if you if you ain't my mama or my auntie or someone who I respect, get the fuck out. Anywho, now that was GT. GT is the name was a YouTube channel I had. And the reason why I turned into GT's name because the way I wrote it just looked cool. However, people who see my name on Twitch, oh my god. Hey, how you doing? GTisTheName? I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Just what the dick?
Like real talk, they're like, oh hey, how you doing? GTisTheName? I'm like, fuck. But no.
Pronunciation sucks.
And the same thing goes with on TikTok. When I show up on freaking post TikTok, hey, how you doing? Ooh, I can't say that. I'm like, just call me GT. GT. Oh, okay. That's easy. I'm like, god dang it, TikTok. Why you just fucking up? Anywho, but okay. So I have two new aliases, which is GTisTheName and GTisWhoIAm. The reason how GTisWhoIAm came to pass because that was when YouTube took my shit down. So I made GTisWhoIAm, and I literally made this a slogan in my YouTube videos. Back to uploading YouTube videos, by the way. I made a slogan to where I was like, "Yo, what's good, everybody? My name is GTisWhoIAm. Why? Because who in the hell do you think I am?"
Oh shit, girl, I got reference.
Yeah, made famously by the homie Kamen, who is my favorite character in Gurren Lagann. That's why I made GTisWhoIAm. And I always say, what's good is GTisWhoIAm, why cool? Because who in the hell do you think I am? And yes, that was a Gurren Lagann reference because Kamen is my favorite character in Gurren Lagann. But yeah, I got that alias from But yeah, I got that alias because I was just tired. I was tired of people I was tired of people doing this whole joke thing. Like, I legit like when they took GTisTheName channel down, and I made GTisWhoIAm. The first video I made was a rant because I was going off on the companies for taking my fucking channel down, and that was when it hit me. My name is GTisWhoIAm, and I said it really angry. I said, why? Because who in the hell do you think I am? And shit like that. Like, you companies, who the hell do you think I am? Y'all think I'm just this big bad motherfucker using your content?
Motherfucker.
That's not who I am. So yeah, that's where that alias came from. The Don, it's just because I liked the mafia shit, and at one point I slick wanted to make my family as close and tight knit as a mafia family, not doing all the the rude gangster shit, like killing other people. I ain't about that. I'm more about unity. I'm more about unity, and I ain't trying to be rude, but I kind of don't give a fuck about that unity shit no more because people are fickle. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't really give a shit about that unity stuff no more because, like I said, people are fickle, like real fickle. So and I don't want just, like, add anybody to to the family. All right, just because they like the same shit I do does not mean they're good people. But yeah, those are my aliases, which is the Don, GT's name, GT's who I am. Those are my aliases. Oh, and Pandy. Shout out to my girlfriend for coming up with that name.
Shout out, praise to the Most High.
Yeah. That's how I got my nicknames. And GT's because my name's Gavin Tillman and my aunt nicknamed me GT for as long as I can remember. Like whenever she's excited to see me or when she's happy, she just says GT. She doesn't even say my government.
Let's go.
That's how we got our aliases. We're going to move on to the next one, partner.
All right, next topic is the mighty, the powerful. Um, Superhero games we have now and superhero games we want to see. Now, it comes down to superhero games. I mean Marvel and DC. All right, I'm not excluding nobody from this shit because both of them can make pretty good fucking games, and they do got pretty good fucking games out there. And really, I feel like when it comes down to Spider-Man, he's good. Spider-Man is good when it comes down to his games. So just about Spider-Man is he chilling. You know, we gonna leave Spider-Man. They chilling. I'm saying they because
Miles
So
Morales.
so yeah. But when it comes down to like other heroes, I'm gonna get DC on up out the way.
You want a Green Lantern game?
Yeah. I want a Green Lantern game, man. I want a Green Lantern game, and I want a Flash game. And I don't know how the fuck they will work. Well, Green Lantern, I kind of could see, but um, Flash would be kind of. I feel like would be kind of hard. But other than
Just
that,
have Flash working the same way Spider-Man did.
just running.
Yeah, he's running and stuff like that. But it's
Yeah,
like what I said, just have it made like how Spider-Man did.
yeah. But I
So
want a
you
Green
want
Lantern.
Flash to have his own standalone game.
Yeah, like
Okay.
because a lot of times every time they make like a DC superhero game, it's always fucking Batman. You know,
Yeah.
only other DC superhero games we have are the Injustice games, and everybody's in them, but they're not like they're fighting games though.
And
They
he's
still
talking
count. They
about
still count.
and he's talking about up to date. He's talking about up to date video games. He's talking about up to date
Yeah,
video games. We're not going back to like the Sega Genesis
NES.
games and the
Yeah,
Nintendo
stuff like that. I mean,
64
like,
games.
yeah, talking about you, Superman 64 with your bitch ass, your cardboard ass. But anyway, um,
Also,
yeah,
another thing, if we do have a game that's not based on like Batman or like Batman or the Injustice games, y'all always gotta make a cash grab bullshit ass game of their movies,
yeah.
and that is trash.
Yeah, like because Batman is good when it comes down to his game. 'Cause he has the Arkham games, and the Arkham games are really good. They inspired the Spider-Man. They inspired the current Spider-Man game. They inspired those. So it's like, could they have that basically have like the same kind of format, just two different heroes? But Batman's good. We got the next Batman game. Well, technically isn't a Batman game, but it's like,
Gotham Knights, and
yeah,
please don't make it a PS5 exclusive. I want that game.
I want that game
I
so bad.
want to play with Nightwing so bad. Either Nightwing or Red Hood. I want to play with those two
Yes, yes, fuck
so
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Damien, fuck Damien, but I want to play with Dick Grayson, man. That's my boy. That's my favorite Robin. You know, everybody else is cool. But I really want to play with Robin, man. Dick
Damien is
Gray.
not, bro. Damien is not in that game.
Damien's not in that game. I
No,
thought he was.
nah, bro.
It's just the main four.
The person who's Robin in this one is Tim Drake
Okay, so it's Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Tim Drake,
and
and
Barbara
back
Gordon.
and Barbara. Okay, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, fuck yeah, yeah, yeah. In this game, Damien, fuck you. But Yeah, man. I just like Batman's good when it comes out to games in his universe, you know. But we ain't got no other DC. We ain't got no other DC games, you know. Like I mean,
I mean,
a
I
Green
mean,
Arrow game could be good.
it's confirmed that we getting a Wonder Woman game.
Offer it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we getting like getting a Wonder Woman game, and also we're getting a Suicide Squad game, which looks dope.
Yeah, it does. It does look dope. I will give you that. The Suicide Squad game does look dope, but I need to see more gameplay before I'm convinced.
Yeah, same. But from what I've seen now, like it looks dope. Like I never thought I'd be excited. Like, well, I never thought I'd be like somewhat excited to play, a DC game. But yeah, man, like try again with Superman. Like it's been years. All right, it's been years since we had a. It's been years. Y'all can do it. I swear, y'all can do it, man. Y'all can make a good Superman game. Like I'm not. We ain't all. We all ain't the biggest fans of of that guy, but at the same time, you're talking about the most. You're talking about literally Superman is the most popular, one of the most popular superheroes in the freaking world.
And you
All
telling
right,
us you can't make a decent game with this motherfucker?
exactly. And then think about you just don't you ain't get you just put him in it. You put Supergirl in there, him, Supergirl, Power Girl, they're all Kryptonians. You know,
Hell, hell,
General Zod, make him a villain.
hell. If you want to put it, hell, if you want to do a step up, go ahead and put Superboy in there too.
Yeah, yeah, like bro, like you got so much shit to do with Superman. Like you can't make it. You can't make a decent game with this motherfucker. Like, come on, I would love a shit. I would have a special guest in the game. Put Shazam in that bitch. Like, bro, like I would love a Shazam game. The whole concept of Shazam is pretty freaking cool. I would love Shazam. Put Shazam in a game. Like, like you have all these freaking heroes, and the only ones you focus on is Batman. Like
Yeah,
with like DC wise, game wise, the only one you focus on is Batman. And I'm like, hey man, like I'm not a Bruce Wayne fan, but damn, he got enough money. All right, damn. But yeah, man. Okay, now we're going to the Marvel side. What are some Marvel heroes that you think could get a game, a solo game?
a Marvel hero that can get a solo game. Daredevil.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Daredevil. You know what? In fact, all the Defenders: Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist.
Yeah, a Defenders game that'd be pretty cool. And also, don't please make it a. Also, when I say superhero games, I'm talking about console games, because there's a shit ton of Marvel and DC mobile games,
Mobile
right?
games, yeah.
And we ain't going down that route, okay? They all look freaking awesome. I'm like, why is this not on a freaking console? All right, my phone can't handle this shit. So, well, my other phone, but the phone I'm using now, like shit, they can handle that shit. But still, I don't want to play. I want to play it on a big ass screen. All right, but Daredevil could work. Uh,
The Defenders, and like I said, Daredevil would probably have a very awesome game. Like real talk, Daredevil would have had a very awesome game,
yeah,
featuring Elektra.
yeah, especially with and also with the way he sees, bro. Like stealth missions will be freaking dope.
Exactly.
He
Let
sees.
me see. What's another thing? Okay, we already have this game, but y'all need to bring this motherfucker back. Give us back Marvel Nemesis: Rise of the Imperfects.
Oh yeah, it was the fighting game where it was
Yes,
like aliens and they were like impersonating some of the heroes.
they wasn't aliens.
Oh,
Basically it was okay. So Paragon was technically an alien. But the other people like Johnny Ohm and all them, they were science experiments. That's why they're called imperfects.
Yeah, man. That game was weird. It was fun, but it was like dark and it was weird, but it was cool though.
The fuck. Okay, okay. First of all, let me say this: the freaking roster in that game was crazy because the first motherfucker you play with in that game is the Thing from Fantastic Four. That's the first character you play with is the Thing, and then you go from the Thing to Wolverine. Then after Wolverine is Spider-Man. Then after Spider-Man is Venom. Then Magneto. Then Elektra. Then Daredevil. Then the Human Torch.
Like, bruh, you gotta
Storm.
give us an X-Men game.
Okay, now I have something to say about that. Bring us back the X-Men Legends games, but revamp it. Bring us back the X-Men. I mean the X-Men Legends 1, X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse. Bring us back those games, but continue how everything but continue with it. Like continue with it. Revamp it. Do whatever you need to do. Um what's another thing? God dang. I would love a decent Fantastic Four game. A decent one.
Yeah, but the Fantastic Four, they such in a gray area right now. I feel like we'll probably get a Fantastic Four game when they officially come back to the
Mm-hmm.
MCU. Um, I would
Blade.
love a Blade game. Ooh
Blade.
shit! Ooh shit! Game
Blade.
rated. Game rated M. That's rated M right
Exactly. It's
there.
rated exactly. In
Oh my
fact,
god.
in fact, in fact, all of them. Blade, Morbius, Moon Knight,
Oh, Moon Knight game. Yeah,
which is basically just
that's
a Marvel's Batman, but
yeah,
still.
that's Marvel. Yeah, it's Marvel's Batman. But yeah, man, like it's a lot of heroes you could give games to. The whole Daredevil one, I would really love to see that one. And also, I would like Avengers wise, we have an Avengers game, but it doesn't.
It's trash.
Everybody hates it. Like,
You know what? You know what? You know what? Speaking of Avengers, give us a standalone Black Panther game.
oh hell yeah,
A
but
standalone Black
yeah,
Panther game.
stand alone Black Panther. All
Or,
right,
or, you know what? Now, this is just me. I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Give us a Marvel MMORPG game.
hmm.
Do you, okay, first of all, do you not see the possibilities of this shit? Now, look, I'm not saying make it like DC Universe to where we gotta pay for every additional thing. Hell no, stop doing that. What I'm saying is make it a MMORPG. It don't even have to be free. It don't even have to be free, and make it to where our factions is like, oh, do you want to be an Avenger? Do you want to be an X-Men? Do you want to be a
And
Fantastic
human.
Four? Do you want to be a Defender? Do you want to be a hero? Do you want to be a villain? Do you want to be the Brotherhood of Evil? Do you want to be, all of them? Like shit, like bro, like the possibilities, and
Yes,
give us
so
a
much.
mentor thing. Like I want someone like Doctor Strange for a teacher and shit like that. I want to learn the mystic arts and stuff of that nature. Yeah, freaking Marvel MMORPG and all the storylines that come with it. Infinity War, Endgame, in a playing that
Ooh, Ultron.
Ultron,
Let's go.
Loki,
You could play. We could basically like play through all the movies.
play through all the movies, play through all the comic arts. Like I don't understand why people don't. And it's like I said, you don't have to make it free. like real talk, don't make it free. Why? Because it's gonna have a lot of microtransactions. Go ahead and say, hey, we're gonna make a Marvel MMORPG. That that fucking Midnight Suns game was such a disappointment.
Yeah, because I was like, bro, why is this a card game?
Exactly. Why is it a card game and why is it like kind of strategic and shit? Like,
Yeah, it's a strategic card game. I'm like, bro, because the Midnight Suns thing that happened in the comics, right? But at the same time, it's like, bro, I really thought this was gonna be a freaking fighting game.
either a fighting game or one of those games like Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like, oh my god, I don't want this shit no more. Fuck it. Like, I was so disappointed. I was like, whatever. Whoever likes this, more power to y'all.
Right. Whoever likes the game, more power to you. But the fact that you decide to change the formula on that, and when you include Ghost Rider, come on, man. You included Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider.
And he looked so freaking dope. Everybody's freaking outfits was fire. I was like, literally, I was like, yo,
Ain't X-23 in that game too?
yes.
Oh my god.
You put my baby in that game and now you want it. I love X-23. She was one of my mains in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh shit. Hey, I'm Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Or please make Marvel vs. Capcom 2 playable again. We can't buy this game anywhere unless you are made it. You know, I have Marvel's Capcom 2. It's on my PS3 though. Like make you don't even have to like you don't even really you don't have to like make it a whole new game. You could just make it. You could probably fix some bugs in it, make it look a little bit more pretty and stuff like that. Like kind of like remaster it and stuff like that. But make it available again. Because I that's really one of my that's really one of the fighting games that got me into fighting games. Like everything about like that's the Marvel versus game that a lot of people really want back. And that's the game whenever you have versus games that have that Marvel versus Capcom format, it always gets compared to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So bring that game back. Like for real. There's already a big movement right now trying to get these companies to make this game available again in some kind of way. But it's not. You can't buy this game nowhere unless you are made it. So come on, man. Bring this game, bring Marvel Capcom 2 back in some form of fashion.
Exactly. I agree with that.
But yeah, man. Any more Marvel's Capcom, Marvel's Capcom. Any Marvel or DC or superhero games that you would like to see
A
get
Doctor
brought back?
Strange standalone game.
Oh yeah, that'd be trippy as fuck.
Yep. A Doctor Strange standalone game. But then again, I could be asking for all these games, bro. And we probably will never get them. I'm not mad about it, but a guy can dream. Like real
Yeah.
talk. In all honesty, y'all freaking dropped the bag by making y'all freaking dropped the bag by not making games when their movies were out. I'm not saying make a game that's exclusively to the movie. I'm just saying make a game that's centered towards around the movie. Like hey, uh Doctor Strange movie just finished, but do you want to know what happens after the movie? There's a game for it.
Yeah, like the in between of like when after his oh shit after his movie ended, like stuff like that. Like because his new movie, Multiverse of Madness, that's like years later, dude. That's like I'm talking like when he first became Strange or Social Supreme, stuff like that. What are some of the other missions and other people he battled, other interdimensional monsters or whatever he fought, after his movie, after he helped Thor find Odin, stuff like that. Like that would be cool. I mean, it ain't got to be canon to the MCU or whatever. Looking at you, Kevin Feige, but you can still do that.
Exactly. Like, okay, so look, here's the thing. I'm not a game developer. I'm not. I'm just a fan. And yes, of course, I would love a video game that alone is going to have my favorite character. I mean, hell, you guys are making the solo Wolverine game. I'm hyped for that.
Yeah, and it's in the same universe as the Spider-Man game.
Exactly. Exactly. That
And-
makes it even more interesting.
yeah, and I love that. I love those kinds of connections.
Right. So yeah, you about to make a standalone Wolverine game. I'm hyped as fuck for that. Definitely hyped. And
Ready to see some
it's
gameplay.
like what my brother said. After this Spider-Man 2 game, chill with Spider-Man. Other heroes need a chance.
Hell yeah, man! Spider-Man got all kind. Spider-Man got all kind of love and praise, and I'm not knocking it. But at the same time, hey, next if y'all do another Spider-Man thing, make it be a different. Make it be like a different Spider. Like we get Miles. Yeah, we got Peter. We got Miles. But like, let's do
Miguel.
Yeah, like do Spider Woman. Now do Silk. I would love for Silk to get her own game. That's the Asian Spider Girl
Hmm.
who got she got bit by the same spider that bit Peter like immediately after, and then it died. But yeah, man, like make a Spider Gwen. How about Spider Gwen? You know, or Ghost Spider. That's what she called now. You know, like, there's so many. Like there's other Spider people that you can do, but at the same time, chill with Spider Man. He good. All right.
A Spider Gwen game would be fun.
Hell yeah. Like it'd be like I wouldn't. And also like when if y'all ever do another Avengers thing, don't do. I'm not gonna lie. I played the demo. The game's actually the game is actually fun. It's cool. It's just what people hated about that game was the microtransactions, and that was a whole problem in itself. So,
People wouldn't have problems with microtransactions if they just sold their game for free.
or if you just didn't, or I don't mind microtransactions. I just don't like how you throw so many in my face. How I need I need to buy this to progress like in the story somehow. Like that's what I don't like. Don't throw 50 million microtransactions in my face. I don't mind them. You know, every game has microtransactions in some form or fashion. Whether it be little or small, every game has them. Like when it comes down to DLC, we have to buy DLC. It's a stupid concept. I think it's fucking stupid, but at the same time, if you like the game, hey, you know, if you really want this DLC, get it. But at the same time, it's like don't throw so many microtransactions in my face to the point where I'm just playing microtransaction the game.
Right. I spent $5 here for this costume. I spent $10 for this add-on of a story. I done spent $15 for this, spent $20 for that. Pretty soon before you know it, I'm buying a whole nother game.
Exactly. Like it's stupid. Like don't be throwing like, hey, man, I'm trying to get all these skins, or I'm trying to get this. Like if you're gonna throw a microtransaction in my face, at least don't completely put it behind a paywall. Because like there's some games where it's like, hey, you want okay, I'll use Warframe for example. Okay, everything in Warframe you can build. Everything in Warframe you can find. Everything you gotta find it and build it, yeah. But they also still give you the option of buying it. So if you don't want to go on those missions, if you don't want to go on those missions that don't do and you know play something multiple times just to get this one thing or whatever, you know, you could come to the shop and just buy all of it. If you want this frame, you're gonna buy this. You're gonna get this frame, all its skins, all its weapons, and all of its side weapons, all of its like main weapons or whatever. You're gonna get all of that. I mean, you still gotta level them up. You still gotta play the game to level all the stuff up. But you have it now. You just spent $20 to get everything. But at the same time, I still have the other option of just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna look up where to find this blueprint, and I'm gonna go to that planet and get that blueprint." Everything's out there. So it's like I want some. I want something like that. Don't just lock it, but completely behind the paywall, and then when it's over with or whatever, it's gone. Now I can't get it at all unless y'all decide to bring it back.
Hmm. But yeah, yeah. Also chill with the microtransactions, okay? A lot of people are tired of it. And it's like what I said, people would not have a problem with microtransactions if you just sold your game for free. Do you see how many fucking skins and costumes motherfuckers buy on Fortnite? Because the game was free.
Yeah, a
We ain't
lot
about to
of
sit up here. We ain't about to sit up here and buy. We ain't about to sit up here and buy $60 game, and then you gonna sit up here and say, "Well, hey, you want this costume for $5? I will easily give you that game back and get my $60 and not worry about your funky costume."
yeah, or just give me, or just make it to where just make it to where I can get in-game currency and buy the freaking thing. You know, like it's just come on now. I ain't gotta. Just give me the in-game currency and then I can buy it. Just give me ways to get that. Then I can buy the freaking. Then I can buy the freaking skin. But I'm be like, hey man, I'll be like, hey man, but y'all. Also, there really is no benefit to skins. It's just like aesthetic purposes. That's it. Like
It
it
just
don't
make
do
your
it.
character look cool. That's it.
Yeah, it don't do nothing for you. I'm like, yeah, I got a skin. I'm Carnage now. I'm Carnage in Fortnite shooting people with a gun. And I'm just like, what does it do though? At least with the Spider-Man thing, like like you get Spider-Man skin in Fortnite, you can legit swing around like him. Like you could swing around like Spider-Man. You could all the stuff that he can do, like the thwips and the swinging around, all the agility stuff. You can do that when you buy Spider-Man stuff, which is great, and you get the skin, which is great. So it's like I don't play Fortnite. I'm just saying from what I've seen, you can do that shit. I'm like, that's a skin that's actually beneficial because it gives you an edge in the game. That makes you stuff like that. But it's like I ain't understand like the concept of skins and stuff like that. Like, hey, I'm only getting this if I absolutely like really want it. I'm not buying every single fucking skin.
Nope, me either.
Like in KO City, yeah, I only get the freaking stuff that I like. I only buy the get the outfits that I like really want. You know, like if I see a variant of an outfit that I like, I'm gonna get that one. And just all the other ones, if I don't like them, they stand locked.
Exactly.
But yeah, y'all. You got anything else you want to say about this topic, bro?
Sooner or later, maybe in the future, if you guys have any ideas for like heroes getting there, or hell, not even heroes and villains getting their own games, and just the yeah, the internet is a powerful thing, and here's why I said the internet is a powerful thing. Look at the Sonic movie. You're welcome. Next topic.
Yeah, y'all bully the studio. But but yeah, we're gonna move on to our last topic for tonight. What is a place in the world that you would place or places you really like to go in the world?
Denmark.
Denmark.
I would like to live in Denmark. Yes, it's cold, but apparently it is a very, very, very peaceful place. How peaceful? They don't have a police force.
And you'll never hear nothing about nothing bad happening in Denmark.
They have a prison. They have a jail. But what does this? But what does this prison? But what does this prison and jail do? They reform their prisoners. They are literally living in a place. They are literally living in a place where they have their own TV, their own refrigerator. They don't have to share a room, and if they do, then it's nothing bad. You can cook your own food. If you have a job, you can go do that job. You just gotta come back. And the funny thing is, it done gotten so good that people just want to stay there just to stay there, not because they committed a crime, because it's so nice. I want to go to Denmark because it's peaceful. They said don't shit go on. They said don't shit go on there. And if it is true, I don't care what nobody say. I will find it in my heart before I leave this rock. I'm going. I'm going to Denmark. I want to go to Denmark. I want to go to Japan. And hell, fuck it. I want to go to the UK. I want to go to Canada. Like real talk. I want to go to all those places. I want to go to the UK. I want to go to Canada. I want to go to Japan. And at the top of my list is Denmark. I want to
I'm
go to
going.
Denmark because
I'm
of how
going with
peaceful it is. They say it is quiet, and I need that.
you. I want to go to a lot of the places I want to go to are like
I don't want to go nowhere
not
exotic. I don't want to go no beach or nothing. I would love to go to Africa, but I don't feel like taking 78 shots to go.
we dope the fuck up. We love our people though, man. Don't get me wrong.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh look. Listen, humanity. That's where you started. Okay, that's where humanity started. I don't like people, but that's only because it's a lot of defects and detours that motherfuckers took that made them stupid. But regardless, humanity, the heart of civilization is in Africa. I would love to go, but once again, I don't feel like taking 78 shots to go just in case I get bit by something and it kills me instantly. I ain't trying to do all that. I would love to go, but the fact that I gotta take, in the words of Lil Jon, 50 11 shots. No, hell no. I already hate getting shots as is. The fact that y'all gonna stick me any and every goddamn way just to make sure I live, that's nightmare fuel.
not nightmare fuel,
Yes, it's nightmare fuel. I hate getting shots, bro. I hate it.
man. Is it bad? Is it? Everybody I know hate getting shots. I like getting shots. I don't know. I just
You
it's
like
weird.
when pain's afflicted on you. You like that shit.
Not like super mega pain, just like small.
No, but you like piercing pain. I'm surprised you ain't got no. Well, you got piercings, but technically you got piercings.
Like
But still,
giving blood and like getting shots. That shit's cool. But um
you hear this shit?
yeah, man, because I'm always down to give like fucking. I'm always down to give blood. Cause I'm just like, hey, man, I'm a pretty healthy guy. You know, I don't smoke, I don't drink. You know, I don't do no drugs or whatever. You know, I ain't got no diseases. So I'm like, hey, man, take it. Whoever it helps, it helps. But yeah, man. I want to go to a lot of places. I want to go to are like places where like not really exotic places, but like places like I do want to go to Japan. I
No,
really want
wait.
to go to Japan.
No, wait. I forgot. I forgot one. I forgot one. I forgot one. I want to go to Jamaica.
Shut up, bitch. Nah, you go by your all the other places. I'm going with you, but Jamaica, you go by your damn self.
I'm going to Jamaica.
Take sis with you, but
Oh, I damn sure gonna take my baby with
you
me.
hey, fuck you if like that's look. him going to Jamaica and me saying "fuck you" to that. Look, look. That's a whole inside thing that y'all ain't probably never gonna know that back. All right, unless we get
I want to go
unless
to
we get
Jamaica.
big, unless we get real big one day, unless
No,
we
no,
get
fuck that
real
shit. I
big.
don't care. No, hush. I don't care if we get big. Y'all ain't gonna never find out that insider. Leave it alone, okay? I don't care, paparazzi. Hey, you're in Jamaica. How do you feel? Who are you? Oh, I'm with. Oh, you with someone? Then go be with them. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not telling you
I'm with
shit.
TMZ. Oh hell no.
You with TMZ? Hey TMZ, how you doing? I appreciate you telling us the news and being comical about it. Now get out my face, bro. I'm not paying with you. Go on somewhere now. Hey, this man said he
I'll
want to
be like,
dance, and I'ma leave. Hey,
oh,
this man said he want to dance, and I'm run. Fuck all
I'm
that, man. It's bullshit.
so I want to go
No,
damn, I
man.
want to go damn Jamaica.
I'm
Anyway,
going
but
to
I want to go. I
Jamaica.
want to go to the great. I want to go to the. I want to go to the Great Wall of China. I
Go.
just. I want to go to the Great Wall of China.
You know, I
A
want.
lot of the places I want to go to, like the place, are like places that are like super calm and like I can zen to.
You know, I
Like,
would like to go to China. China sounds
yeah,
fun.
yeah. I want to go to the Great Wall of China. I want to go to the. I want to like temples. You know, not. I ain't trying to like. They're like tourist kind of places, but not. I can just go there and like. I want to see like people's like different kind of like cultures and stuff. Like I want to see like temples and stuff like that. Like just how you have just places in Japan where it's like kind of like a forest, but it's like these different like temples and stuff like that. There, I want places like that. Like I don't know, big city wise. Um,
I don't want to go to a big city. I feel like I get lost.
yeah, because bro, like only big city I really want to go to is like New York. Yeah, but I want to go. Well, I've been to New York, but I want to go. Finna go back, but at the same time, I want to go to. I want to go to LA at least once. At least once. I want to go. I want to go once and like never go back. Like I want to go to LA at least once. I just want to see it. Cause I don't think, cause like me and this guy, we Georgia boys. We got cities, but we ain't got like big giant metropolitan cities like that. Unless we went to Atlanta, you know. Unless
You
we said, unless we packed up and moved to Atlanta or whatever. That's the that's Atlanta's a big ass city. It is, but it ain't shit compared to like it ain't New York. It ain't L.A. You know, even though they're both big, but like still. But yeah, man, those are really the places I would really like to go. Get like places I can go meditate at. And the pictures will be freaking awesome.
right?
Yeah, man. But with all that being said, though, that's our last topic for tonight. But anything else you want to say, bro, before we call it a night?
I don't really have anything to say. However, I am gonna say this, y'all. The new year is starting.
Ugh.
If you have a resolution, cool. If you don't, also cool. Here's the point I'm trying to make. The people in your life, they're there for a reason or a season. Corny, I know, but still, they're there for a reason or a season. Find the ones who are there for a reason. Find out what they're there for. Are they there for you, or they're there for what you have? Once you do that, you will have a better feeling about people. There are people in life. There are people in life who are there for you during the fun times and just the fun times, and that's okay. But there are people for you who are. But there are people who will always be there, no matter what time it is, whether it's a sad time or, yeah, whether it's a sad time or it's a happy time, or it's a bad time, depressed time, all of those things. You just gotta learn how to deal with people. That's what I am. That's what I'm learning. I feel like I'm gonna have to learn this all year on how to deal with people. And once I find that out, I feel like I'll be in a better headspace than anything. Once I find out how to deal with people, what to not expect and what to expect, that's the best thing I could tell you. But other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. All I gotta say is thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for watching our stuff, and thank you so much for supporting us either on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, any
Listen
of
to
those
you.
things, any of those things. We appreciate you, and we also appreciate you guys. Who now slowly but surely who has been checking out the YouTube portion of these podcasts, and we appreciate that because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of work goes into this shit. A lot of work, not gonna lie. I want you guys to know something. When this podcast is done and it gets edited, it doesn't get edited right away. I wake up in the morning, I I start the day, I get on this computer and I start editing this podcast, and I upload this podcast to YouTube and Anchor so that it can go out to other streaming services. Because it's like what I said, we're
Same
on
time.
a lot. Say again.
At the same time.
At the same time, yeah. We are on a lot of streaming services, and the best way for people to know who we are is for y'all to tell them who we are. We need a word of mouth before we need a word of mouth before we decide to do anything. So if you really 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 want to support us, tell people about us. That's all. Tell people about our podcast. Tell people about what we do. Tell people about the messages we're trying to make here. Because once again, it's like what I told y'all last year. Our podcast is the definition of you having a very, very, very hard day, and you wake up in the morning, you fix that good cup of coffee. We are that good cup of coffee. That's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to be here for y'all, all our nerds, our gamers, all y'all. We're here for y'all. All right, and I want you guys to know that. Okay, like real talk. We're here for the genuine, good-hearted nerds and gamers. Because just because you're a nerd, just because you're a gamer, does not make you genuine or kind-hearted. We are here for
Gotcha.
those. We are here for those who won't judge, who won't put a label or anything. So, with that being said, do you have anything else to say, or do you want me to go ahead and do the outro?
I'm just saying bye. And I don't want to repeat nothing you said because you did that shit tremendously well. So, but yeah, y'all, thank y'all for coming out and just listening to us and hearing what we got to say and just being genuine about the whole situation, about the stuff that we talk about. And thank y'all for all the support, stuff like that. There's only so much that we can do, So, like, y'all are the reason that y'all will be the definitive reason of if this gets big or not. It is. And it ain't all about getting big and whatever. It's just we genuinely just like doing this with each other, you know, and we like hearing feedback and hearing what people have to say, stuff like that, negative or not. But at the same time, we love the feedback we get from you guys, and we really do appreciate everybody coming out and saying stuff and talking and stuff like that. So yeah, we here for the nerds, the geeks, the freaks, the dweebs. We here for all of that. We love every last one of y'all. So with that being said, I'm out, and we'll see y'all next week, man.
Right. And all right. So that's gonna be my last thing because you said it's not about getting big. You're right. It's not about getting big. It's about having a voice.
Yeah,
Okay. That's our goal. We're trying to be a voice. Okay. Now yeah, there are a good bit of anime podcasts and nerd podcasts, things of that nature, and that's cool. But we want to have a voice for the genuine people who feel like no one understands y'all, or no or you cannot possibly know what I'm going through and things of that nature. And we're trying to be that podcast to where if you're having a shitty day and you listen to one of our episodes and it makes you feel well, if even if it's one person, because for one, I'm not gonna lie, shout out to the homie Lord Elevation for saying that we inspired him to make his own podcast. Like
that
real
was dope.
talk,
That
that
was dope.
that 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 meant a lot. Like real talk, that meant a lot. But yeah, not gonna get all sappy because that's not what we about. Well, kind of, but still, being
Corny.
show your emotions. Fuck that shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But anywho, we finna bounce. Once again, thank you guys for coming out, and we will catch you guys next week for the next Realmbreakers podcast. And as always, we are the Realmbreakers, and remember to always keep breaking all the realms.
And fucking the multiverse up.
Y'all have yourselves a good one, and the Realmbreakers are out. Peace.
Peace.
Oh, yeah.